Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 7 on basic statistics. In this lecture, we are going to discuss one question on measures of central tendency. This question was asked in GTU Summer 2020 exam. So first we understand what is this question. An insurance company obtained the following data for accident claims in 1000 rupees from a particular region. And we are asked to find mean, median and mode of this data. So in earlier lectures we have discussed different methods of finding mean, median and mode for a given data. So in this case we are going to see how we can find out mean, median and mode at the same time from the given frequency distribution. So if we observe here classes are 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7 and so on up to 11 to 13. So this is a continuous frequency distribution. Classes are exclusive and we are given corresponding frequencies. So for mean, median and mode we are making a composite table in which we will prepare those columns which are required for mean, median and mode for all these three quantities. So for mean, if we recall the formula for mean, we have x bar equal to sigma f into x divided by sigma f. Now in case of classes, this x is the mid value of each class. So we will require one column for mid values of each class. Then another column will be product of frequency and mid value. This will be one more column required for mean. So for mean we require mid values and product of mid values with frequencies. For median we have to decide median class, and for median class we require the column of cumulative frequency. So we will prepare one column for cumulative frequency. And we have ready-made formulas for median and mode. For mode we don't have to prepare any another column. We will decide modal class by considering the highest frequency, and we have ready-made formula for mode of a continuous frequency distribution also. So here I have prepared this table. In the first column I have written classes which are 1 to 3, 3 to 5 and so on. Here I have written mid value of each class. Mid value of this class 1 to 3 is average of lower limit and upper limit, that is 1 plus 3 by 2 and it is 2. Similarly mid value of this class is 3 plus 5, that is 8 divided by 2, which is 4, and so on. We have calculated mid values for each class. 5 plus 7, 12 divided by 2, which is 6. 7 plus 9, 16 divided by 2, which is 8, and similarly we have calculated mid values for these two classes. Here we have written frequencies of each class. Then this column product of f and x, that is 2 into 6, 12, 4 into 47, which is 188. So these products are written in this column, and this last column is for cumulative frequency. So that we calculate from these frequencies by adding up. First we write 6 as it is, then we add 6 and 47, which is 53, then we add 53 and 75 and so on, and the last cumulative frequency is 200. And if we total all this, if we take sum of all these frequencies, then it is 200. So this is correct cumulative frequency. This last value must be equal to sum of all the frequencies. Now for mean we have to apply this formula. Mean equal to sigma f into x divided by sigma f. Sigma f into x is 1294 divided by sigma f is 200. So this is 6.47 approximately, up to 2 decimal places. So we have obtained that mean of this data is 6.47 thousands. These values are given in rupees thousands. Now for median, we have to find out the class, and we have to find out the class in which this n by 2 belongs. Here n means sum of all the observations, which is 200 divided by 2, so that is 100. So we have to decide the observation at this position, 100th position. So that we can decide from cumulative frequency. This first cumulative frequency says that there are 6 values of these observations between 1 and 3. Then observations number 7 to 53 are up to this class 3 to 5, and observations starting from 54 to 128 are in this class 5 to 7, and we are interested in the observation at 100th position, so that will belong to this class 5 to 7. So we can see this 5 to 7 is the median class. Again I repeat, to decide the median class, we find the class which contains observation at this position, n by 2th position. Here value of n by 2 is 100, so we are interested in the class which contains observation at 100th position, so that we can decide from cumulative frequency. We have in the first class we have observations up to 6 position. In the second class, observations starting from 7 to 53 positions are there, and in the third class, observations starting from 54 position to 128th position. So 100th position will be in between 54 and 128. So this class 5 to 7 contains the observation at 100th position. Therefore this class 5 to 7 is median class. And in easy language, we can decide in this way. We find out value of n by 2. So here n by 2 is 100, and we concentrate on the cumulative frequency which is just greater than 100. So here cumulative frequency just greater than 100 is 128. So the class corresponding to this cumulative frequency is median class. So that is another way of deciding the median class. So here median class is 5 to 7. Now once we have median class, we have to decide certain quantities corresponding to that median class. So for example, if we recall the formula for median, it is L plus n by 2 minus C over F into H. So L means lower limit of the median class. So here median class is 5, so this is the value of L. Then we are interested in the value of F, which is frequency of median class. So median class has frequency 75, so we will consider F equal to 75. Then another quantity required is cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. Here median class is 5 to 7, and cumulative frequency preceding the median class, this class is median class, this is cumulative frequency of median class, and we are interested in the cumulative frequency of the class which is just above the median class or preceding the median class. So value of C is 53, and class size is, here we can decide the class size by taking difference between upper limit and lower limit. Difference between upper limit and lower limit of each class is 2. So value of H is 2. So L is 5, F is 75, C equal to 53, and H equal to 2. So that we have written here. For median, first we decide the median class. So n by 2 is 100. So median class is 5 to 7. Therefore L is 5, F is 75, C is 53, H equal to 2, which I just explained. And if we substitute all these values in the formula for median, we obtain that median is 6.25 thousandths. Okay, so we just have to remember this formula, and by identifying median class we are able to decide all these values L, F, N, L, F, C and H, and we have N equal to 200, so 200 by 2 is 100. So we can easily obtain median of this continuous data. Now last thing we have to find is mode. For mode also we have to decide the model class. So for mode, model class is that class which corresponds to highest frequency. So we concentrate in the column of frequency and we identify what is highest frequency. So highest frequency is 75. So this is the highest frequency, therefore class corresponding to highest frequency is model class. So 5 to 7 is model class also, and we will denote this frequency by F1, we will denote this frequency by F0, and we will denote this frequency by F2. So we will require these values in the formula for mode, and we will require lower limit of model class which is 5 here, and class size remains same as equal to 2. So we have ready-made formula for model mode, and using all these values L equal to 5, F0 equal to 47, F1 equal to 75, F2 equal to 46 and H equal to 2, in that formula we can easily find out value of mode. Here I have written, to find mode we first find the model class. The maximum frequency is 75, therefore model class is 5 to 7, and these are the values which we just explained. F0 is 47, F1 is 75, F2 is 46, H equal to 2 and L equal to 5. This is the formula for mode. Mode is given by L plus H times F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2. So by substituting all these values we obtain that mode is 5.98 thousandths. Okay, so in this way, if you are asked to find out mean, median and mode at the same time, what we can do is we can first prepare the table in which we write down all the columns which are required for mean, median and mode, and then using the formulas for mean, median and mode we can easily find out required measures of central tendency. So we just recall, mean has formula x bar equal to summation f into x divided by sigma f. Median is given by L plus n by 2 minus c over f times class size h, and mode is given by L plus h times f1 minus f0. In the division we write 2f1 minus f0 minus f2, and these two formulas are applicable if we have exclusive type classification. If classes are not exclusive, we will convert them into exclusive classes before applying this formula. So this is all about this lecture. I hope you like it. Thank you very much.